Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Notorious serial killers. We don't talk about them. We don't talk about them at all on this channel because I mainly focus on like random crimes, but like a lot of the stuff I talk about is like men that kill women or couples. But I still talk about some of them because I try to be aware and try to like just show people that anybody commit crimes. But I am going to be doing a lot of more women cases too, because to let y'all know, women do kill. It happens. Judith Ann Neely. Have you heard about this case? I have never heard about this woman, never heard of this case. It's crazy how many crimes you don't hear about located in Alabama. Maybe that's the reason why. She was a white woman, but maybe I never heard about this. Why have I never seen a documentary about this? This woman, along with her husband, raped and tortured kids. Not only that, with one little girl, they raped her for days, injected her with DRANO, tied her up to a tree, tried to kill her that way. When it didn't work, they shot her and then just threw her away. This is a kid, mind you. And did y'all know this woman is still alive? Why is she still alive? Why was she not put to death? You want me to tell you why? Because a governor of that state denied it, gave her life in prison. So because of that, you have this woman still trying to get on parole. It's never going to happen, mind you. This is never going to happen. She was denied parole last year. So because of that, every 5 years, she's able to keep doing that, which means every 5 years, that victim's family are traumatized all over again. I think that's so insane. At some point, just shut her down, throw her up there, like leave her behind bars. She can't do it no more. That's what it should do. They should really just stop that. That's so traumatizing. These people are sick. Now, I don't know if they felt sorry for this woman. I don't know if they, maybe they thought he coerced her or something. I don't know until I read this document that I want to share the screen with you guys with. But I feel like they always go lenient on more on women. Now, he's dead. The man's dead. They're going to say how, I'm pretty sure, but he's gone. Why is she not dead? You can't look at the way somebody, I guess they do. They look at the way people brought up, who are they with. Maybe he was the ringleader of it all. I don't know. But they commit murders on kids, and they did unthinkable stuff. You're injecting DRANO to try to kill somebody. That's absolutely insane. So let's get into it. Killer who kidnapped 13-year-old, raped her for days with her husband, injected DRANO into her body, and shot her to death, denied parole. This was last year, y'all. Well, the parole was. The case was in the 80s. That is her. She looks really sick. And that is a little girl. Rest in peace, Lisa Ann Milligan and Judith Ann Neely on to the left. One of Alabama's most notorious killers was denied parole after a hearing before the Alabama Board of Pardons and Paroles last week. On September 25th, 1982, Lisa Ann Milligan was abducted from the Riverbend Mall in Rome, Georgia, while on a trip with other neglected and abused girls and boys who stayed in the Ethel Harsp home. After being lured away from the arcade by Judith Neely and her husband, Alvin Neely, the girl was taken into a motel in Scottsboro, Alabama. There, the couple repeatedly raped the girl for days. On September 28th, 1982, Judith handcuffed the girl who was captive to a tree in Little River Canyon in Fort Payne, Alabama. There, she injected bleach, DRANO, and occasionally liquid plumber into both sides of the victim's neck, both arms, and both sides of her buttocks, and failed in a failed attempt to poison her to death. When it was clear the little girl survived, she then shot her in the back, murdering her execution style. The couple then dumped the girl's body over a nearby cliff and fled, continuing on a similar vicious crime spree of sexual torture and violence. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't think she was coerced at all, and that's just, they didn't say she was, but I got a feeling that, I don't know why they try to go easier on women, because this woman should have been put to death. Like, she should have been put to death. Like, they tortured that girl. Like, why would you tie somebody up to a tree? Why would you inject them with chemicals? I'm thinking the burning sensations of all this, and you shot her in the back execution style and left her for dead. And and then fled to go do same things to other kids. It's insane. I don't understand how these people were ever alive. I don't even know how people, like, back in the day, y'all, this was an era of, like, when it was really, like, real serial killers out here. They kill now, and it's like serial killers are just like 3 and up, but they were really, like, killing people back then, and it was really scary. I always say I would love to be alive back then, because, like, how fun it looked, but there was a dark time. We had the Hillside Stranglers? Was that in the 70s or the 90s or the 80s? One of those. You have a lot of killers during these periods, and it's really creepy that a lot of, like, so many people killed, and they're so, like, the name is, like, it's up in here, and we all know it. It's just really weird. A few days later, on October 4th, 1982, Janice Chapman, 23, and John Hancock, then 26, an engaged couple from Rome, were abducted by the Neelys. Chapman was subsequently raped and murdered, while Hancock survived and identified his captors. Days later, they were both arrested. Each eventually blamed the other for masterminding the rapes and murders of over a dozen women. Alvin Neely pleaded guilty to murder and aggravated assault in Georgia and received 2 life sentences. He died in prison in 2005. Judith Neely was tried for murder of Milliken and found guilty. She later pleaded guilty to Chapman's death. A judge sentenced her to death, but her sentence was commuted to life in 1999. She is now 59 years old. Now, that's really scary, too. She's like 60 right now. Probably 60. That's crazy. They were young and dumb and evil at this time. So she has so much more life, so much life to live still. That's what's scary. Oh my God. So that picture y'all saw at the, I'm gonna put it up here again. Well, if I even showed it, I'll put it up here. That's what she looked like now. Ew. So it's just creepy to know she's still alive, okay? That's what it is. It's really creepy to know this woman's still alive. And, like, she will keep, like, trying to do this. Also, what is the MO? You have a woman attacking it. I don't know. I would hope not. I would hope they did not both rape these women, because why are you raping a woman? I don't understand that. I don't understand rape in general. Why would somebody, go after somebody on purpose and, like, purposely attack them? But you have women raping women. Is that not weird to y'all? Like, oh my God. Men shouldn't rape either. I'm saying, why did she do this? And thankfully the man survived, was that he was able to identify them, but you have a couple going around raping. Now, the fact that they was blaming each other, I think this was both of their idea. I don't think that she was coerced, she wasn't beat. I don't think none of it. The part she injected that stuff into that girl. She was I would say the leader of this so far, because I only know about her. They're only talking about her. The girl is sick. Okay, let's continue reading this, okay? Former District Attorney Mike Odell spoke at last week's parole hearing, saying Neely killed for a simple sport and calling her evil and depraved. According to the paper, the parole hearing lasted 23 minutes, and the board deliberated for 3 minutes, with unanimously denying the murderer her bid at living her life behind bars. Neely reported had no advocates or attorneys making a case on her behalf. While 8 people testified against her, the killer herself was not allowed to be at the hearing under Alabama law. She killed a child, Tina Milliken said. The sister of the 13-year-old victim testified. Why keep going through this? Why keep putting families through this? Neely was first denied parole in May 2018. Her next parole hearing is in May 2028. I'm the same way. Why keep putting these people through this? Are y'all gonna let her out if they don't go up there? Like, that's what's sick. People like this, she's a child killer. You're a child killer, child rapist, child torturist. You're disgusting. Why would they let this woman out? Now, I don't know how Stephanie Sue hasn't talked about this, because I listen to her podcast, because, her deep dives are deep, and I can't do that yet. But, I don't know how she hasn't talked about this yet, because I feel like I would have heard it from her. But because other than that, I've never heard about it. I just think it's crazy. I just don't know how you torture people like this. Were they trying to purposely go for women, and they just saw her with a man? About the second couple. Were they purposely just attacking people? I don't know. Because this is all about the denied parole. It's just that hearing about the crime itself was actually just so sick. Why would you want to torture people? How sick are you? And I do think she's just a sick human being, and she wanted to do this. That's what I believe that. Deborah Callahan Chapman's daughter also attended the parole hearing. The Times reported she cried as she addressed the board, relaying the story of how her young mother screamed as she was shot to death by this monster. I hope Judith Ann Neely hears that holler every day, she said after the hearing. The commutation of her sentence shocked Alabama when it occurred. In 2003, state legislators passed a law specifically aimed at keeping Neely in prison, but the law was overturned as unconstitutional. In 2019, the state passed Lisa's Law, which is named after Milliken, in an effort to stop killers from profiting off their crimes. A companion law to that statute was passed as a state constitutional amendment. She should have been executed 20 years ago. Clay Crenshaw, an attorney with the Attorney General office, said she is pure evil. And that's what I'm saying. Why was she kept alive? Why is it unconstitutional to I don't understand. Why is it unconstitutional to have a law to keep this woman in? Because y'all won't give her death. I don't understand that. You have people there that are about with the law that want to keep her in there and want her to pay for her crimes. But you got people saying it's unconstitutional. Now, I don't know if it's a humanity thing, because I only say that to people who don't commit crimes like this. People like this deserve to be burnt alive. Why is it that you have sadistic killers still alive? Why is this woman still alive, basically? Why is other serial killers still alive? The BTK killer, why are these people, is he still alive? I do believe he's still alive, yeah, he is. Why are these people still alive? They just waste space. This woman was disgusting. She tortured a child and another woman to death, raped them, killed them, and it sounds like she was definitely one. They didn't talk about the dude that much, because I'm pretty sure it's all about her parole hearing, but they were in it together. She injected DRANO in her arms, her neck, her buttocks, in some freaking crazy chemical stuff that would have killed her soon anyway. And just because she saw her still alive, struggling, she shot her and killed her. That was a 13-year-old girl. Then she attacked the other woman, and their kids are in here trying to keep this woman in prison. So they keep hearing about this case over and over because the police won't just leave her in there. Why is she not denied parole? Just deny her parole and it'll be over. I just don't understand that. They are really part of the problem, this judicial system, because they say everything is unconstitutional, but it's not your family. Your family didn't have that happen to them. So until I feel they actually witness some of this stuff in person, and I don't want to say it like that, stuff should happen. It's just that they don't care until it happens to them, and that's the way they want to give somebody death. I just think that's so crazy. Why are these people still they got to go here every 5 years to say no? How is it unconstitutional to want to keep a criminal in prison, a really dangerous criminal? If she come out of prison, all she's gonna do is try to hide away and most likely go back to I don't know if she'll go back to it, but I don't know, because it was been 40 years, y'all. It's been 40 years. She's only 60, and that's what's crazy too. She has so much more life to live. Why is this woman still alive? They was in their 20s when they did this stuff, or she was. Sick, sadistic, disgusting. I told y'all, women do kill. You just don't hear about it like that. It's really rare. Back then it was rare, because like I said, you mostly see it with men. Nowadays you just see people killing the kids and family like it ain't nothing. But I just think this is so sick, and I've never heard about this case. Injecting something into somebody's skin like that is absolutely insane. I actually heard about a true crime case like that before, and that person died because of it. So the fact that you would even go to that route to think about that, did you research that? I don't know. But that time period is scary, like I said too. There were so many killers during that time. I just don't understand how people can live with themselves. How dare she try to get parole? You disgusting, foul piece of trash. That's what she is. And she's worse than that. I just gotta, YouTube. I can't be cursing like that on the internet. I just can't believe that was the dark case. Now, this, mind you, this isn't the whole case. This is all about her being denied parole, but they said what she did, and I'm only reacting to that because I never heard about this case. I never heard about this woman. Never heard about the victims. It's sad. And also, last thing I want to say, you have to remember, she, with the second couple, it was a couple. So her husband had to watch them do that, and they tried to kill him, but he got out. So, oh my God. It's just so heartbreaking how people go, like, at the hands of others. Like, you're murdered by somebody else that's sick and sadistic and twisted. I can't believe I've never heard about this case, y'all. Stay safe out there. Abduction is a real thing. It still happens to this day too. People, it's something in their brains that they just, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I don't study the brain. I would say they're just some evil people that want to commit evil crimes, and they're just, I don't know. This woman don't ever deserve to see the light of day. They should have just killed her 20 years ago. Kill her. That's all they should have did. And not about lethal injection. They really should have went electric chair. They should have, nope. They should have did gun range, because that's how she killed her victims. I'm that person. I'm all for capital punishment. I think people should, like serial killers, let's talk about murderers. They should go the way they killed their victims. That's what I would say. So I know it's dark, but like, these people are sick. She's a child killer. And we don't like child killers over here. And the fact that she's still alive, she was only in her 20s. The fact that she's only 60 right now is wild. I'm thinking she died or something. Like, I literally thought this woman was like 80 years old. No, she's only in her 60s, y'all. That's scary to know people like this are still alive. And the fact that she really raped, tortured, and killed people, kids. And they had the audacity to take off death penalty. That's the Alabama law for you back in the day. And they won't give it back. That's crazy. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay safe out there, y'all. Women killers are a real thing. Don't let them, like, I'm a woman too, I'm saying them, but I'm not a killer. Don't let these, like, people, like, trick you. Because that's what they do. With these women, especially with men, with the couples, like what they did with the 13-year-old little girl. She lured her in there because you're a woman and you trust other women. But you can't do that nowadays. It's so scary. You never know what can happen. And on that note, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.